Good evening, everyone. So we are going to talk tonight about the fact that your business is failing because you're trying to be like everyone else. So I have been there, I've done it, I've got the t-shirt. Move forward, so pop a 1 below if you're watching live, pop a 2 below if you're watching on replay. And the first thing that I am going to go into talking about is quit trying to be like others. Quit trying to do what they're doing and just be yourself. I have been there. When I first started in network marketing, I looked at the people that had been successful. I looked at my mentors and I looked at the people above them. I looked at people in the company that had got to where I wanted to be, and I tried to duplicate what they were doing. The mistake that I made is that people are not duplicable. I tried to transition into dressing like them, working in the same way as them, speaking like them, because I thought that that is what it took to be successful, and it is complete and utter bullshit. It is not the case. Like, I am not the type of person that dresses every single day like I'm going to a corporate job. Like, even if I had a corporate job, I would struggle to do that because that is not me. I live in comfy clothes. Most of the time I spend my life in my pajamas with my hair scraped up. Like, I am not somebody who feels comfortable in that situation. And for a long time I was made to feel like that is not okay. But that is completely okay because that's who I am. And we used to, it never actually worked, believe me, but try and use all these fancy words and these big words. Like, again, that is just not me. And I think that is what like completely turned people off in the beginning when I first started network marketing, because I was like, the people that knew me knew that I was trying to be something that I wasn't. And that is my like complete opposite way of working now. Like, I try and be more me than me most of the time just to prove a point. And you know, I thought that to be successful, because these people were out working 10-hour days, doing 10 meetings a day out the house, and all these phone calls and one-to-one meetings, that's what I had to do to be successful. And I wasn't like that. I had 4 really young children when I started in network marketing. Like, I could not physically be out doing what they had done. Apart from anything else, I didn't want to do that. But I was made to feel as if that's what I had to do to be successful. So do not let anyone tell you that you have to behave a certain way to become successful, because if you have an idea that is out the box, or you're thinking differently, generally if you go against the masses, then you're going to be successful along the way. And this is exactly the same with social media. Like, I spent a long time watching people that had come into our company, had really fast success, and they had built purely on social media. I was like, what are they doing to be successful that quickly? Like, so I tried to replicate what they were doing. I looked at it and I tried to, do these pictures where you're looking into the distance, and like, for me, it is just not me. Like, breaking my barrier is taking selfies. Like, that's pretty much as far as it goes for me, because I know that if you're building online, people want to see your face, and that's the only reason I do it. Like, it's taken me ages to step out of my comfort zone. I was looking at what they were doing and comparing myself to them and thinking, well, I can't be successful because I've got 4 kids at home. I'm never going to look like that. I am not a size 8. I am not able to dress like that. I don't have Gucci handbags because I have 4 kids to feed and a house to run, and our priorities are different. Like, that is not me. And I decided for a long time that I couldn't be successful because I wasn't the same as them. And it's exactly the same with your traditional network marketing, a lot of the way that online marketing goes these days. Like, don't ever look at somebody else and think that you can't be successful in the arena that you want to be successful in, because you're not like them. Because at the end of the day, the beauty and the thing that is going to attract people to you and your business is you being you. You do not have to be like me to be successful. You do not have to be like some of the top network marketing income earners to be successful. Yes, you can use them as inspiration. Like, I follow people that inspire me. I follow people online that are where I want to be. They've done the journey, they've already succeeded, and they're still succeeding, they're still growing, and they're still learning every single day. But I follow them to be inspired by them, not to be a copycat of what they're doing. So that is the main thing. Like, for me, that is one of the biggest points of the fact that you're not succeeding in network marketing, because you're holding yourself back. I've been there, I've done it, held me back for such a long time. The next thing, follow your intuition, follow your gut instinct, and innovate. Like, do not feel, and I still have this battle with myself sometimes as well, I'll be completely honest. I actually had this battle in my head last week, and I said to Martin about it. He's like, oh well, maybe you should do that. I was like, no, that's not what I want you to say. Don't say that. That is not what I'm asking you. I'm telling you to like reinstall that what I'm doing is right, and it's where I want to be. But do not feel that because your business or your company or whatever you're doing has been successful in a certain way that you have to follow that trend. Like, for example, within our business, there's a certain way of doing business that is very, very successful. It has been done for the last 10 years and people succeed in doing it. So I know that if I was to build a business in that way, which I know I could because I could just go out there and do it, that I could make that a success. It's almost like it gives you a guarantee. It gives you a little bit of a guarantee. You still have to put the work in, but you can still be a success doing that because everyone else has done it and they've succeeded. That is not how I want to build my business. I want to build my business in a very, very different way. I want to build my business on social media. I want to have social selling products. I want to build a brand. There's so many things that I want to do on social media. I want to share tips. I want to add value to people within the areas and the passions that I have. But I have doubt some days that what I'm doing is not going to get me to where I want to be, because there are very few people that have succeeded in doing it that way. But generally, if you go against the masses, then you're going to succeed. If you are you, if you are true to yourself, if you're working consistently every day, if you're adding value to others, then you are going to succeed. So don't ever feel like you need to fit in to a box of people and do things a certain way because it's going to give you a guaranteed success. At the end of the day, there is no guaranteed success. You still have to do the work. No matter what you do, you have to put the work in. And I know that if I went out and did it a certain way that is very traditional for our company, that I could do it. I could be successful in doing that. You know, I have the skills, I'm able to learn new skills that I need to adapt to that, but I'd be miserable. I would be miserable, and I think that if I'm miserable, well, I know that if I'm miserable, everyone's going to know about it, but I would be miserable building it in that way. So what's the point? Like, because I want to build a business that I love and that I enjoy. If I wanted to have a business or if I wanted to work and earn money and build an income in a way that I didn't enjoy, I'd just go and get a job. Because that gives me the same feeling of doing it in a certain way that I'm just not happy with. So do not be made to feel like there is only one choice. Like, if you have an idea, if you've been creative, if you've been innovative, and you're looking around and you're thinking, oh, no one else is doing this, no one else has done that, do it. Like, do it. Because you will kick yourself if you don't when someone else shows up and they're doing it and you wish you'd done it as well. So third and final one, people are going to judge you anyway. People are going to judge you. I spent so long worrying about what people would think, what they'd say about me, if I actually did what I wanted to do. You know, for example, going live, like, that was a massive obstacle that I had to overcome, and I just go live now. I don't even think about who's watching, what they're saying, the opinions they have of me. And, you know, I have probably close friends and family that wouldn't do what I'm doing, that don't agree with what I'm doing, but I used to feel like I was being talked about. That is the feeling that I used to get. I used to if I ever put myself out there that was slightly controversial, you know, that was alive, that was stepping into something that, or an arena or an area that they didn't think that, or they didn't know me in, if that makes sense. So like network marketing, for example, if I was talking about something that they didn't know me in, I felt like I was being judged and talked about. And for a long time, I let that stop me. I let that stop me in my tracks. I let that get the better of me, and it stopped me building my business how I wanted to build it. And also it stopped me building my business in a way that I knew what I needed to do to be successful, but it was holding me back so much because I was worrying about what other people thought. And some people will say, sod it, what does it matter? But deep down, we all know that it, you know, it does get to us sometimes. It does, you know, it is a little niggle in the back of your head. But actually, what I realised through therapy, CBT, I had some CBT, and actually what I realised was that is my perception. Like, there was actually no proof that that was the case. There was no proof that I was being talked about. No one had said anything to me. No one had, oh, you know, I was never witness to anything. I mean, I'm sure people do talk about me, but I'm a little bit past that now. It would still bother me because that's just the type of person that I am. But that was my perception. It was not a reality. It was not fact. It was not truth. No one had said that, you know, X, Y, and Z was saying this, and this about me. It was just my perception of what I thought people were saying. And at the end of the day, you have to make a decision, and that will depend on how much something is important to you. Like, for me, we only live once. Life is too short to worry about what other people think, and not necessarily even to worry about what they think, because like I said, that does still play a little part in my mind, but doing it anyway. Because even if you do worry about what someone thinks, do not let it hold you back from what you really want to be doing, because you're never going to be able to please everyone. You're never going to fit in and be able to please every single person. Life is too short, so you may as well decide what you want to do and do it anyway. And, you know, there have been times where I've had hard times. I've been depressed. You know, I haven't wanted to get dressed. I've been miserable. There's just so many things that I can talk about. And I think, do you know what? If I know what I need to do that is going to make me happy, that is going to get my business to where I want to be, that's going to enable certain things for my family, and it should be okay that that is what I want. And I'm not going to let anyone hold me back and stop me from doing that. It's not that I don't care. It's not that I don't love them. It's just the fact that if I want to do something and I want to be in a certain position, or I want to do something, then I respect that everyone is different. Everyone has different opinions. Everyone should be able to be a grown-up. We all know this isn't the way the world works. And we all have different opinions. We all have different likes. We all have different interests, and that's okay. So don't let what other people think or what you think they think hold you back, because they're going to think it anyway. You're going to have opinions on somebody else. Just drop it. Who cares? It just doesn't matter. So that is what is going to, those three things are things that I've experienced that have stopped my business growing at some points because of those three things. So don't make the same mistakes that I did, and just do some work on yourself and get it straight, because you don't want to have any regrets 3 years down the line. You don't want to be saying in 2 years' time, I wish I hadn't left it till 2 years. I wish I'd done something about it 2 years ago when I had the chance, because you're the only one that's got to live your life. So just, you know, be happy, make it enjoyable, be you, don't have those hang-ups, and just get done what you want to get done. That's it, guys. Have a good evening. I'll speak to you soon.